Freddy, why is our CAGR positive even if we have negative growth this year?
The negative growth is versus last year. CAGR represents growth over a specified period of time. In the data, for example, it's over 5 years. So over 5 years, without looking at the individual growth rates, our annualized growth rate is actually positive.
Then why don't we just use the growth rate versus 5 years ago?
We can do that as well. CAGR is just another way of looking at it from a geometric progression ratio that provides a constant rate of return over the time period.
Okay, that's good. Let's simplify this when we present to the board, okay? Make it simple, easy to understand.
He doesn't know anything. I should be the manager. In my younger years, I thought I deserved to be promoted if I was the most skilled and knowledgeable individual. Sometimes it does happen. Some organizations promote individuals with highly technical skills, knowledge, and expertise. While it could work, being highly technically skilled is not the most essential trait of being a leader. An effective leader can inspire and influence people while making tough decisions. How do you do this? First, leaders set the vision. Leaders should have a clear vision of where the organization or department will be. So if your manager does this, then he or she is a good one. But you don't need to be in a managerial or directorial position to be a leader. You can start by talking about your vision for the company. Where do you see your company 5 years from now if the company implements your proposal? Next, leaders are decision makers. It requires sharp decision making skills and a lot of courage. If you're technically skilled, you can compute, understand, and present data. But being a leader means using the quantitative analysis and pairing it with qualitative insights, with critical thinking to come up with a decision. There might be risks involved, but you would trust either your gut or your team's competitive analysis and support to make that decision. If you're still not in a leadership capacity, show excellent decision making skills by strongly recommending what your company should do instead of just presenting data. Lastly, have good communication skills. The leader must convey messages to subordinates in a way that they clearly understand. That means leaders should be able to communicate with people with different learning styles, personality types, and positions. That means if you want to be a good leader, you must be able to adjust when communicating with an auditory person versus a visual person or a kinesthetic person. You must also know how to connect to a driver, but also to an analytical, amiable, or expressive person. Basically, good leaders can build rapport whether you're talking to a subordinate or management. That includes both giving feedback and listening. So if you want to be promoted, don't just show that you're great at what you do. Show that you are great at inspiring, deciding, and communicating. If you feel like you will do this only when you get promoted, remember, you do not need a position to become a leader.